Hi, I'm Dr. Amadasun, an ENT surgeon based in Abuja. And today I want to talk of something interesting. To me, this, a battery. And you'll be wondering, what's the business of an ENT surgeon with a battery? Actually, I want to warn people with children about batteries because children like these tiny, little, shiny things. And it's not just these batteries. Remember when you buy toys, a lot of them have these tiny batteries inside them, and if you're not careful they can fall out, fall all over the place, and the children will pick them up. And anything that's nice and shiny to tiny little children, usually below the age of 4, there are two places they'll either go into: the mouth, the nose, occasionally the ears. And in the nose and the mouth in particular, these batteries are extremely dangerous because these places are lined with tissues that produce mucus or fluid. So they're always wet. And if the batteries come in contact with fluid, they corrode. And the corrosion inside these soft tissues will cause a lot of destruction. So in the nose, it could eat into the tissues around. It could cause perforations between the two sides of the nose, which becomes a bigger problem. And then also in the nose, if you're trying to remove them, you can push them back and push them into the lungs, especially those tiny little flat batteries. They can go into the lungs and cause a lot of damage in the lungs. When they're swallowed also, they cause a lot of damage because they eat into the tissues and then destroy the esophagus. That's the tube that leads from the nose, from the mouth to the stomach. So batteries, especially button batteries, those tiny little flat ones, can be extremely dangerous. So what do? If your child is playing with a battery and it disappears? Look around, you might be able to see it in the nose if there's nothing. But if they're playing with anything that has a battery and they suddenly start coughing, please be hyper aware, because many people don't even know when it happens. It's when the child starts coughing, 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 or the child cannot swallow, starts vomiting. Then they start worrying what is wrong with this child, and they fail to take an x-ray when they get to the hospital because they say, oh, he's vomiting, he's this. But if they were playing with anything that might have a battery, and this, please ensure that they get an x-ray done when they get to the hospital to make sure they haven't swallowed it or put it in their nose or it's gone into the airway. If this happens, please don't try giving them palm oil, milk, this, that. Just go to a hospital and insist on being x-rayed and being seen. If it shows up on x-ray, insist on being seen by an ENT surgeon, because 24, 48 hours is a long time for a battery to be in place, and it will cause so much damage you won't believe it. Sometimes the battery is removed after 48 hours, everything looks okay, and 3 months down the line, a child cannot swallow. So please, 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 batteries, especially flat bottom batteries, are a danger to children. If you have toys with them, make sure they're secure. If they come loose, throw away the toy. It's not worth it. A toy of 400, 500, 1,000 naira, 400, 500 naira, 1,000 naira is not worth your child being taken to hospital just to remove a battery. Have a good day.